All right. We are live here on the DGD Mafia, the mail drop, once again here on the Discord channel. I am Blaine Gilmer. As you can see, you can follow me using at SEC Takeover on Twitter. And I am here happy to be hosting this show once again as we bring on player partners with the DGD Mafia part of the Players Lounge each week, the Georgia Bulldogs sector of that. If you have a NFT, if you're enjoying the utilities, this is one of them, along with the Kendall Milton experience and a lot of different things that are going on. But the mail drop's all about people submitting questions to some of their favorite athletes each week and getting to go kind of behind the helmet, things like that. And we have none other than Mr. Jack Podlesny here with us this week. Jack, thanks for joining the mail drop, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Nah, it's exciting. We were talking a little bit off camera before we got going about how small of a world it is and things like that. But for people who don't know, go ahead and give them a little bit of details about kind of where you're from, how you decided to end up at Georgia, and now working with the Players Lounge. Just kind of go through everything real quick, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm from St. Simons Island, Georgia, born and raised. Went to Glen Academy High School, and coming out of high school, wasn't really recruited to many places. I mean, six or so schools, and it was down between UGA and Michigan. And at the end of the day, I knew I had to stay in state because scholarship money, and Michigan was 60,000 out of state, and wanted to be close to home just in case the parents got to come watch. So lucky enough, I ended up at UGA, and I guess the rest is history.
Absolutely. So you can thank the hefty out-of-state tuition Georgia fans for that game-winning field goal against Cincinnati a couple years ago, and all the great kicks since with Jack Pod here. But man, it's been awesome to kind of see you step into the role of kicker for Georgia, and there's lots of questions here about the mindset of a kicker. I think that's one of the most intriguing things. We've got a lot of those that people are basically acting as your therapist and your psychologist without you even knowing it before you go onto the field. You got about 93,000 therapists just kind of psychoanalyzing you on the. Do you kind of realize that before you even step out on the field?
Most definitely. A lot of eyes on me before every kick, no matter what.
I got you, man. We're going to be touching on that right now. And like I said, Jack, the way this works is we get questions submitted to us by people on the DGD Mafia Discord. And we had some great questions this week. People really stepped up. So make sure you're sharing with friends on the Discord. Tell them to get in here. We're talking with Jack Pod live here on the DGD Mafia Discord. And our first question comes from Venom DGD. I had to make it up to Venom DGD because last week I missed his question, Jack. So we had to put him first. Told him it would be. So if you wanted to change your nickname from Hot Pod to a different one, what would it be?
The first thing that comes to mind, I'd probably say Pod. Just it's easy, it rolls off the tongue. But if I wanted something more juicy, I'd say I really like Jack Frost. Ice in the veins.
He's just cold-blooded killer.
Yeah, so I'd go with Jack Frost.
Absolutely. How do you not have an NIL deal with the Pods Moving Company already yet?
I don't know. And I'm trying to get one. I want to get one with like Ben and Jerry's. I love ice cream. Could work something in there with being frosty or something like that. But we'll see. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's the way it can go. You can get all that done. But if anybody out there has a connection to Pods, the moving company, I think we got to get Jack hooked up with that here. So good stuff there from Venom DGD. Now, Jack, I'm about to introduce you to the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Famer, the GOAT of mail drop questions. That would be Guitar Tim C. He loads us up with questions each week, so he's got about three of them for you here. First off, we talked about being the guy to kind of step into that role. The guys whose shoe you were filling was Hot Rod, Specs, everybody that knows all his story and things like that. What was the most challenging thing about following such a beloved kicker in Georgia history?
I'd say a lot of the talk of Rod did this, Rod did that. You know, he did do a lot of great things, but his time's over. He's went on to the NFL. Hopefully, it's someone else's time to shine, and luckily that was me. So I'd say just stepping into his shoes, trying to perform at the way that he left it. Um, but I'd say as much as that, you know, just trying to fill his shoes as well as I could. And I think that there's a lot of eyes on me saying, or people saying that, you know, I wasn't performing the way that he was performing when he left. I was just trying to be as consistent as I could. So
Yeah, I got you. What goes on in your mind when knowing you're about to come out to try a game winner? So game's on the line, and you see it developing. Whether it's they're going down the field, I guess everybody wants to talk about. Of course, the Cincinnati game, JT kind of led the guys into field goal position. As you see that developing, and you know, hey, I'm going to be called upon. What's going through your mind?
I mean, the quick story just to give a little background. Cincinnati going into the game was feeling real good, hitting good clean balls and warm-ups, hit 2 field goals before the game winner, hit them smooth. Didn't ever think I was going to have to kick a game winner that game. And then when we got the ball back from Cincinnati, the long snapper, Payne Walker, slapped me on the butt and says, "Go get ready." And I'm like, or am I really about to do this? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got faith in my teammates that are going to score a touchdown. I'm not going to have to kick this. You know, it's all going to be fine. But when they started driving, I knew that it just kept getting closer inch by inch, and just really wanted to clear my mind no matter what. Didn't want anything. I mean, we only had 16,000 fans or however many there were, but still didn't want any of that to influence me. Just knew that I needed to hit a consistent, clean ball, things that I'd known I had done 1,000 times before. So I'd say just repeat it, and just trust the process.
Absolutely. So his final question is, do players talk to you before field goals, or are coaches like putting a big, basically do not get around pod over here while he's getting ready to go?
It's usually the other way around. It's usually players backing the coaches off, saying no one wants to talk to Pod, don't talk to him,
Yeah.
kind of deal. And I think they've grown over the past 2 years of, you don't talk to me before, you don't talk to me after a kick. You just leave me alone. You can talk to me after the game, but that's it.
I got you, man. Do you know how many other guys on your team probably wish that Kirby couldn't talk to them during the game? I mean, absolutely.
I get a few words here and there from Coach Smart, but honestly, I don't remember them. It goes in one ear and out the other normally.
Anything funny? I mean, I know it's not funny at the time when you miss one or something like that, but seeing as how y'all did win the national championship last year, any interactions that you're like, well, hey,
I mean,
I might have deserved that one.
There's definitely been some stuff of like, I could kick a field goal better than you, like kind of that deal, Love hearing that. Just absolutely love that. Or even in like team periods in practice. I mean, I get some visors thrown on the ground, and I mean it's not thrown like 10 yards away from me. It's thrown like right before I'm about to kick kind of deal. So it's nerve-wracking.
He's letting you know. So what you're saying is you're not going to be under any more pressure than Kirby puts on. So
if I can get through that, I feel like I can get through anything.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Mrs. DJ73, what game are you looking forward to the most this upcoming season? I mean, obviously the canned answer is the next one. Everyone's important, which we know that is absolutely the case. But is there one team as a Georgia Bulldog guy that maybe you just enjoy playing the most, or something like that?
I'd say I'm looking forward to playing Mississippi State. I've heard that they've got a pretty good atmosphere. I hate playing Florida. I despise it. Despise Florida fans, to say the least.
Yes.
But
the Discord is going to absolutely love that for sure.
No, I'm looking forward to Mississippi State, hearing them cowbells.
Yeah.
I loved Tennessee last year. I know they asking about looking forward, but Tennessee had one of the best atmospheres.
It was loud, man. I was on the field. I was on the field for that game doing photography and stuff. And I'd been there before in the stands and stuff as just watching games early on. But being on the field, that was a different noise level.
Yeah, I told myself if I had to grad transfer anywhere, I think I'd go there. That game was unbelievable. So I'm hoping that Mississippi State can do that. Loved playing at Kentucky my first year starting. So I'm looking forward to traveling to Kentucky again, even though it's probably going to be like below freezing when we play them.
Yeah, the cowbell. So basically, it's just you're kind of sadistic in the fact that you just you want people to be as mean and ruthless as possible, and you just kick a field goal right in their face, pretty much is what
Exactly.
you're
I look
saying.
forward to that.
Hey, looking forward to just figuratively kicking them right in the face with a field goal. There we go. All right, Lil Pitt says, when did you realize you could have a collegiate and future professional career in kicking?
I still don't think I've realized I could have a collegiate career, but no, I'd say not until probably halfway into my first season starting. Um, I, s- I mean, I was so close to quitting my sophomore year that I had so much self doubt. And when I first played my few games, I started to realize I could do this. And then halfway through the season, I was like, okay, I'm getting pretty good at this this whole kicking thing. Um, I'm still trying to realize, I might have a future professional career in kicking, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like if it works out, if it works out. If not, it doesn't. At least I'll try. So
Yeah, for sure. What's the longest kick on record in practice? What's the long that you've hit?
I'm back to 66. So
Whoa, that's booting it right there for sure. You gotta
yeah,
get some. You gotta get some of those on video. Send them to Pat McAfee or something.
I know,
like
I know.
like
Maybe I'll sniff some smelling salts before I kick and hopefully get back to 70 next time.
for the brand over there. Pat McAfee loves to shout out his kicker. So
Exactly.
that'd be good stuff right there. All right, H Red 10. You've knocked through a couple of huge kicks already in career. But that being said, what's it feel like to hit one of those clutch kicks? Have you ever blacked out, like not like just been like, okay, 10 minutes later, hey, that happened?
Legitimately, I have blacked out after the Peach Bowl, I guess during it, but I realized it way after. It wasn't like 10 minutes or 30 minutes after the kick. It was more like 2 hours. I was driving home and started to think back to the moment, and I was like, why can't I remember this? This is an issue. Like truly having like I remember like walking down to the field of like to get ready, but I can't remember running out. I can't remember taking my steps. All I can remember is once it went through, turning around and just running while pointing my finger. And that was about it.
How
Um,
many how many times do you listen to that Scott Howard call?
oh, I love it. I love it. It's the
It's like
best.
your ringtone. Is it your ringtone?
Not
Hot
my
pod,
ringtone.
hot pod.
And I'd say like heart rate's pumping before kicks, but heart rate is juiced after the kicks. Like after they go through like 49 yarder in the national championship, I was over on the sidelines and I felt like I had drank like 5 cups of coffee up to that point. I mean, I had the jitters, I was shaking, I was like, wow, this is nice.
That's awesome. That is awesome for sure. Well, I'll save this for the end. I got some non-football related questions, so I'll save those for the end. Here we go. Roy Kent says the importance of place kickers is overlooked beyond belief, especially in defensive heavy matchups within the SEC. How much does the team support and hype you up, knowing that hey, we're gonna need this guy? Like, do you feel like I know you said that people stay away, but during the week, are they hyping you up? Are they kind of getting you right? What's the dynamic there between kickers and the rest of the team?
Coach Smart likes to put some pressure situations here and there in practice. Not too often, but often enough. And the threat of it is if I don't make it, we're running.
Mm,
But luckily, I haven't missed yet in one of those scenarios. Knock on
there
wood.
you
So I'd say they hype me up enough, but really the word that comes to mind is respect. They kind of give me my personal space, as we said before, knowing that I kind of just need to be by myself. But at the end of the day, after the game, they're there for me to hype me up, and before they're there to hype me up. So it's
Absolutely.
it's enough to say.
Yeah. Hey, it's a balance, right? It's a balance. You
Exactly.
gotta
The
because
perfect
you gotta
balance.
stay. You gotta stay composed. You gotta stay cool, calm under pressure, and that leads me to what I think could be the greatest mail drop question ever submitted, ever. And it is from none other than Mr. Statistician Dog. And he says, I've always heard that kickers have the most game with the ladies because they're calmest and smooth under pressure. Can you confirm or deny this?
I can most definitely confirm that.
So there you go. This is what I'd consider the great. So he's saying don't underestimate the kickers when it's time to go out. In Athens, out at the bars to see the ladies. But no, man, I thought that was hilarious.
That's an awesome question.
But hey, I can see back when Jake Camarda was there, I could see you two guys going out and just having all the confidence in the world in that scenario.
Yeah, I've had a girlfriend for a little bit over a year and a half now, but I'd say
okay. So statistician Dog, that doesn't apply here. Okay?
I'd say my game's still strong. Okay.
The game is now he's just using the game to get further along in that relationship.
Exactly.
Right there. Year and a half. So are we looking? Hey, this is nobody's listening. Are we looking at a future Mrs. Podlesny here soon?
Most definitely. Okay. I don't know how soon. We got some time.
You got some time. Okay. Awesome, man. That's good. I think we had Rylan Godey on, and he got engaged.
Oh yeah, he's engaged. Yeah.
You can get some advice from him down the road.
He's younger than me. Yeah.
That is crazy. So, what do you think, man? Like, is this? Are we thinking going into it? I think eligibility wise, how many years do you have? Depending, I know with COVID, the COVID year, everybody's got. Do you technically have 2 left? Is this?
Yeah. If we're speaking on technical terms, I've got 2 more years left.
Okay, cool. So technically you could be at Georgia, but also I'm sure that you'll explore pro options and things like that after this year too. So the last thing I wanted to kind of ask you is, I know Jake Camarda during interviews, all throughout, he got the last 2 years he was at Georgia, he got pretty much known for when Kirby would send him out for the interviews, which we all know that Kirby has certain guys that he picks out because he knows they're not going to say anything about anything. So he sends Camarda out there, and Camarda literally spent the entire press conference talking about golf. He said, "I'm not going to answer any questions unless they're golf related." So, so with that being said, how big a golfer are you? And did you play with Jake? Who's the best golfer on the Georgia team?
I actually just came from the range before this, so working on my golf game. If my golf game was good, then I'd be playing on tour, but obviously I'm kicking footballs instead. So, no, Jake's a solid golfer. He's consistent. But at the end of the day, I'm probably going to give that to Payne, the long snapper, Payne Walker.
What's he shooting, you think?
I'd probably say he's +6 maybe on a decent day. Okay. So I mean, I'd say
where you sitting at?
Oh, +12 on a great day.
I got you. Hey, what's the best round you've ever played in your life?
Best round I've ever shot is a 77.
Dude, that ain't too shabby, my friend. That's good stuff. Where was the course?
Back home, Sea Island.
Oh, hey, that's dude. Shoot 77 at Sea Island. You're doing some work over there, man.
That's true.
Listen, he's a humble guy. He's over here downplaying his game with the ladies over here, downplaying his 77 that he's putting through, downplaying his 66-yard bombs that he's putting through. So Jack Pod just or as he wants to be referred to from now on, as Mr. Jack Frost over here, really being a humble guy. But Jack, we appreciate you, man, joining the mail drop. But wanted to give you an opportunity, real quick, just to talk about what have you kind of enjoyed the most about being part of the Players Lounge and getting to know this side of things.
I'd say the Discord channel is. I love it. I get to talk to fans, hear their side of things. They also get to know us as just not players, but as people. They're getting to see us behind the helmets. I'm sure that hopefully now they can put a name or a face to the name, but I don't know before if someone saw me in public, if they'd be able to say, oh, that's Jack Podlesny type of deal. So if you see me out in public, come up, say hello to me. We'll have a conversation. Would love to talk to you. But really, I just enjoy getting to know the fans
You
And
want to play, if you want to buy him around the golf, he'll play golf with you.
I'd love that.
There
But
you
just
go.
getting to know the fans and letting them get to know us. I I mean, most of them don't know. I graduated this past December, environmental health science degree. At the end of the day, my dream is to be the CEO of a public health company like UNICEF. So kind of like details like that they're getting to know, just
Yeah.
in the helmet.
For sure. Absolutely. Great stuff. This is why we do the mail drops. And Jack, man, it's been a great one, especially with some of the questions we had. So thanks for coming on. Thanks everybody on the Discord for joining. And for Jack Podlesny, I am Blaine Gilmer, and we will catch you guys next time on the next edition of the mail drop.